everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at another Funko Pop. This one is the Mandalorian holding the child, and they basically have done 1,000 iterations of the child and the Mandalorian and them together, but I really wanted this one because we don't have hardly any merchandise with Din Djarin's helmet off, and so I thought this was a cool moment. They're coming out with a Luke Skywalker holding Grogu, so I want all of every character. They could do a line of like characters holding Grogu and I would buy them because I think it's so cute. But other than that, I haven't bought any more like Grogu pops. They've come out with 1,000 variations of him holding and doing different things, and I'm a little bit over it, a little bit over all the Din Djarin stuff coming out, but this was one that I did really like because his helmet is off, and that's not a very common occurrence for Mandalorian merchandise. So this one is just called the Mandalorian with Grogu. This is the first Funko Pop I have that they actually say Grogu instead of the child. But I think it looks pretty neat. There's a lot of detail on it, so I'm excited to get into it. But it does have this like gray and orange lining around the box that is for the Mandalorian series. It is $4.61 in Star Wars, and then on the back you can see the other Funko Pops that you can get. That Death Trooper's pretty cool, or the Dark Trooper, sorry. And then that Ahsoka is also neat. Rebels Ahsoka, I saw her, or not Rebels, Mandalorian Ahsoka, I saw her. And then you can also, I believe, get a chase of her. So, and then we have another Bo-Katan if you want a Mandalorian Bo-Katan. They've also made a Clone Wars Bo-Katan. It's all kind of confusing when so many characters cross-platform so many different series of Star Wars. So you kind of have to like get used to that. But anyways, nonetheless, let's go ahead and take a look at this Funko Pop outside of the box. All right, and here he is, and I gotta say, I like him a lot. I think that he's got a ton of cool detail. I think that the face is close enough to Pedro Pascal that you can tell the character without, like, if you just saw the head, you might be able to tell who it is. Maybe. I love that his hair is so disheveled. Like, you know, Mandalorians wear helmets all the time, especially him, and so, like, he's not going to care what his hair looks like. So I love that every time he takes off his helmet, it's an absolute mess, and his face is, like, all squished and hot because it was under a helmet. It's very realistic. Like, everybody was kind of like, oh, yeah, the actor kind of doesn't match the coolness of the Mandalorian, but, like, in reality, he's just a guy, and he wears a helmet 24/7, so his face is going to be, like, sweaty and hot, and his hair is going to be messy. So I like the reality of that situation. But he does have a little tiny beard and mustache, and then two little dark eyes and eyebrows. Again, I like the hair. I do. I think that it's appropriately disheveled. And then he is just wearing his normal Mandalorian armor, and he's holding Grogu, who looks really sad. I believe this is their final encounter before Luke takes him, and I want that Luke pop as well to go with him. He does have his jetpack, which looks super awesome. I really like that. I go back and forth. I really like pops that just stand in kind of a static pose just so that you can see them as they are. And then I also like really diverse ones. So I like go back and forth. This is one that I really like that there's no movement to. He's just holding Grogu. I think it's a really nice like little statuesque look. He has a ton of detail. I mean, everything looks super good. There's lots of silver on him, and there is not a one paint mistake, it seems, just from looking him over. Does anybody else remember the days of like Funko having the most unrealistic or like the most ridiculous paint mistakes that have ever been? I'm super glad they corrected that, or else I don't think that this series would have lasted as long as it has, but it's, you know, obviously mega collectible. But anyways, I think that he looks fantastic. I really like him. Little Grogu, my only complaint with him is that he's really pink around the eyes. I think he's a little bit too pink around the eyes. He looks a little sickly. So I'm not a huge fan of that. But I love how tiny he is and a normal size Funko Pop's arms. I think it's really cute. The Star Wars logo looks great. I will forever complain about the stands, though, because I think that just a solid black stand is really ugly. They could change them up, make different stands for the Mandalorian wave, make different stands for the Clone Wars wave, and yada yada. But they probably never will. This is one that it has a stamp. It's got like painted on logo instead of it being etched on. I don't know what the difference is between those. Like I was just looking at Bossk. They're both made at Vietnam, but you know, one's etched on, one's painted on. I don't know. Maybe they're just using old stands. But I think overall this Funko Pop is really cool. I'm super excited to have him out of the box. For me, this is one that you would want to display out of the box. I display all of mine out of the box, but if you're an in-box collector and just do a couple ones outside of it, I think this one looks really good outside of the box. Because just there's so much detail that you can't see within the box. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think in the comments below. And thank you so much for watching. Until next time, I will see you guys later.